So, I was going to hold off on making this because my hair looked really bad from wearing a hat, because it's cold out. So I decided to just wear a hat to make the video. This is the company that I work for, EasySeat.com. Quick advertisement. This package is from gumwater.com. They tried to be a new retailer in fountain pens, and unfortunately they are going out of business, as it happens with starting up a new shop. So they were having lots of discounts, and I bought up a lot of stuff, and some of it is for me, and some of it is for a friend, and some of it we're sharing. I don't really remember what all we got, and I don't really remember what will belong to me in the end. So, without further ado, okay, inside the box, we've got first an invoice, of course. This way, when I inevitably forget what all I purchased, we can get some clearing ideas there. Okay, it seems to be very well packaged. Everything is individually packaged, so first, this looks like a nuclear pen. We ended up getting 2 AHABs, so one of them is black, one of them was not black. My friend is really into black. I'm not. Okay. So this is our black AHAB, and lapis. I think it's lapis. AHAB. Okay, and there's and ink syringes were also in this package. So not quite individually packaged, but still not bad. Now, despite all of our conversation about diamine inks and the cold and freezing and bursting, I went ahead and purchased some diamine inks. So, let's see. This looks like probably 4 inks. It's very well wrapped. I'm impressed. Good wrapping. Very hard to get out. Of course. Okay, so first up we have diamine Syrah. Trying to see if we can get some light on it a bit here. Not so much, but okay. Syrah is a very dark. Looking at it through the window light, there is a bit of a purpley tint, as one might expect. Next up is platinum black. This is for my friend. I told you he likes black. He got a black AHAB and black platinum ink. He looked at all of the blacks that were available on the site and looked at swabs and decided that he liked platinum black the most. So, platinum black. Now, let's open the box too. take a little peek. Very cute bottle. Okay, next up. Diamine Majestic Blue. I've heard really good things about this color, actually. And even without shining it to the light, there is a bit of a blue tint going on there. You can sort of see it around the edges. Holding up to the light actually doesn't change that. You definitely can't see light through it. It's very saturated. Okay, next. Diamine Green Black. This is a very interesting color. When writing with it with a fine nib, it does look nearly black. Very hard to discern the green, but it does have some interesting shading, and you can sort of see around the edges. Maybe not on camera, but I can sort of see a little bit of green to it. And again, shining the light through it, can't see the light at all. Very saturated. And it looks like all of these bottles seem to have survived the cold without any issue, which is definitely a plus. I would prefer, intact bottles, certainly. And then the last thing in here is very good packing again. Two Rhodia number 12 dot pads. They are fairly small. I actually wanted these for keeping in my pocket. Often I will get phone calls from my customers, whatever, and I want to take notes, and I'm not, at a desk. So this would be something to have on my person, take some quick notes, and that way I can use a fountain pen without it feathering and bleeding and that sort of thing. But also just for regular quick notes, because they all are perforated in the top, so you can rip off sheet when you want it. I am going to open up the Ahabs. They've got a sort of yin-yang of catfish going on there. As you may know, Noodlers is named after catfishing with your hands. And Nathan Tardif does have interesting reasoning behind that. Basically, he thought that was a good name for some industrious fight the system sort of thing. So we've got the yin-yang catfish. There's a dragon. Ooh. Let's see if we can focus. Well, I don't know if you can read the text there, but it says the auspicious catfish dragon. There are also some pictures of harpoons on either side. On this side we have a crocodile. It's a crocodile because of the rounded snout. its name appears to be Garial. I don't know what that is. It says, free trade forever, pens for all Noodler's inks are pens with the greatest utility of any writing instruments. It also says, they sailed every sea, saw every shore, traded with all nations from the Indus to the Cape, Amazon to the Arctic. The Yankee whaler was the first global citizen. That's actually part of the name Ahab is also part of Noodler's, or Nathan Tardif's parade of enterprise. He's a really interesting guy. I don't know that I agree with everything, but he does make some interesting points. And I would highly recommend his FP Geek of the Week interview, which was from 2 years ago, which was shortly after the Conrad came out. It was a really interesting video. So check that out. But opening this up. Okay. That really is very pretty. Okay. Now, I've been told by various people that the smell is not great, so let me give it a go. It's a very interesting smell. I will definitely give you that, but I kind of like it. I like it a lot, actually. But I'm pretty weird, so it's surprisingly light. Compared with, I don't know, my lightest pen. Let me see if I can grab it. Too much stuff on my desk. Sorry. Here it is, my lightest pen, which you may know I wrote a microfiction and won a Hero Summer Color from Aid. So this is my lightest pen with eyeballs pattern. It is an Astra Zenith Eyes pen. But it's very cheap. It's sort of platinum preppy-esque. I got it in the Czech Republic. It's made in Poland. But anyway, it is lighter than, well, it does have some ink left in it. It's really cool because it has a see-through feed. But let's see, it has, well, essentially just the feed's worth of ink left in it. And it is about the same weight as the Ahab, which I would have expected to be heavier based on how big it is. But that's fine. So, opening it up. Doesn't look like we can really focus, but it does say Noodler's Ink Co. On either side of the feed. So it's Noodler's Ink Co. Yeah, it's hard for you to tell. But the slit does go all the way up. Goes into the section. So that's sort of what gives it the flexibility. It is actually very comfortable in the hand. I'm very bad at getting the spacing right here. But yeah, it's fairly large. Fits the hand nicely though. I feel like I could probably write with it for a long, long time. Cap does post. Becomes very, very long though, because it doesn't post very deeply. But but it's also not top heavy, which is really nice. The infamous Ahab filling mechanism. It's very cool. I've never had any sort of piston filling pen. I've only had cartridge converters, so this is a first for me, and it's very nice. I'm very excited to play with it because I know it requires lots of playing. Okay, I'll pull out the black one as well. I'm actually not sure whether it's sort of a matte black or a gloss black, but this one is going to be my friend's. This box doesn't want to open without ripping. There we go. Well, I would say it's a semi-gloss, but basically the same thing. I'm not going to pull this one out all the way, because it's not mine. There's also a nice piece of paper in the box. Has a really epic drawing of Captain Ahab with a piston filler instead of a peg leg. And then there are detailed repair and use instructions. And then I was curious about these needles, whether they would be sharp for the ink syringes, but apparently they are just... The sharp part of the needle appears to have been cut off, and so it's just needles. That's about it. See you soon.